UsualSuspect6.com.
Brought to you by Usual Suspects.
It's the Find a Boxer game, and we looking for the big fish. Purchase your box for a chance of winning $240. Here's how. 1 out of 48 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping, $, usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address, and your box number will be sent to you ASAP.
UsualSuspect6.com.
This time, each box will cost $10. That's right, I said $10. Remaining proceeds will go to the LDBC meet and greet, August 9th and 10th.
It's a Usual Suspecting. Brought to you by Usual Suspect 6.
UsualSuspect6.com. UsualSuspect6.com.
It's a Usual Suspecting.
It's a usual suspect.
The Knockout King Bailey.
Randall Bailey from right here in Miami is the WBO Junior Welterweight Champion.
You can only time once.
Man, we are back for another one. Tales from the B-side, episode number 9. I am KG, and over to my damn left is my boy, my co-host, Thomas from the Bronx. What's up with you, Thomas? How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. It was good, KG. Hope you had a good fourth weekend.
Man, my fourth, I did nothing. Today was my first day of doing anything. I did a little brunch thing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And found a good conversation, you know what I'm saying? But I know I had to get back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? And get back to the B-side, you know what I'm saying? And we got a good one for y'all today, man.
Real good one. Yeah, man. We got a former two-time, two-weight class world champion in the building. So, without further ado, I could do the intro. You want to do the intro?
Let's do the intro, and then we'll bring it in. But look, I'm going to say this, man, real quick, man. real quick. This look, you ain't had to be creative with a nickname with this guy. Didn't you?
No, not at all, man. Not at all.
You ain't had to be creative at all.
No, not at all. and it really went down. If you look at his record, he really was the knockout king, man. 39 knockouts, 46 fights, and 46 wins, 39 knockouts. His first 21 fights as a professional, all knockouts, all stoppages. 46-9, former super lightweight champion. He was a former IBF welterweight champion. And, from Miami, Florida, it's the knockout king, Randall Bailey.
Man, there he is, man. There he is.
Yo.
What's good, bro?
Man, just chilling, man.
All right. So, we got, we're going to let you do most of the talk. We might have a little question here and there, but, this is educational purposes too, as much as well, talking about your career a little bit, letting people know, because the premise is the B-side, working your way from being, getting the B-side disadvantage, and how you, had to overcome it, or some of the things that may have happened that people may not know about as well. You know what I'm saying? And, you're going to talk to us maybe, a little bit about your career and stuff like that. So,
all right, let's get it.
All right,
like you said, we got a lot of up and coming kids that's coming up in boxing. You know how everybody just want to talk about the top 5 guys, top 10 guys. No, we got guys that's still rolling in as a constant cycle, and they need to be educated, given the game. You know what I'm saying? And it should be an honor, you know what I'm saying, to have someone, you know what I'm saying, that has the resume that you have. You know what I'm saying? And the names that is crossed, you know what I'm saying, your resume should have somebody come sit down and say, man, this man got something to say.
Yeah.
So we got you here today, champ, and we just want to hear from you, man. Bro, you fought Canelo when he had hair.
No,
No, not Canelo or Cotto.
I mean, Cotto. You fought
you
Cotto when he had hair.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
You know what
know,
I'm saying? That sort of thing. What you got for us, Chip?
that fight really came at a transition time in my career because I was separating from my first trainer, my trainer I started with, and I was in the process of finding a new trainer. So I was lobbying for trainers, and the trainer I got to fight with, the trainer I had for that fight, he was a good trainer, but me and him just couldn't mesh well because he didn't speak English that well. But he was somebody I felt comfortable with because he had been around pretty much the majority of my career up until that point. We used to train together. His fighters used to train with us, and we always work in the same gym at the same time. But the language barrier was kind of difficult, and his style was more of a one-way style, and I couldn't really grasp everything that he was trying to show me in that little bit of time.
What was the trainer's name?
Braulio Rodriguez.
Braulio Rodriguez. Okay.
So you saying he was really trying to drive you to his philosophy, or?
Yeah, he was trying to bring me more to his style instead of working on the things that I knew how to do well.
Yeah. Okay.
What, like, was there anything in particular? Like, what was he trying to have you?
He was a jabber, but he really didn't teach you how to set up things behind the jab.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Spanish fighter. He had a lot of fighters, but they wasn't like how I was.
Okay, I see. So when you talk about the jab, I'll think of one fight that I think you were the B side to. You was fighting for a title against Juan Urango.
Mm-hmm.
And in that fight, if I remember correctly, in the beginning, you was working the jab a little bit, but you was kind of like throwing it out there. But you was throwing it at different speeds, and you was setting up the right hand, and you dropped them too in that fight too.
And tell you the truth, I don't know how I dropped them because let me tell you, with the new technology they got out right now, and what we had, see, we didn't know we was way past the weight class until we have a bad night. And then you say, nah, you know what? I can't make this weight no more.
Okay.
And that's what it was going into the Urango fight. I was eating like 4 times a day trying to keep the weight on.
Wow. Okay.
I was leaving the gym, training for that fight. I was leaving the gym probably around 144 pounds. And when I made the weight, I was so drained and dehydrated. I think fight night, I probably came back 140, 146, 147.
Okay. That was I think that was for the IBF, was it?
What was the
Yeah,
contract?
that was for the IBF.
So did they had the dehydration clause in that?
No, it's just I couldn't make the weight no more. I couldn't make the weight comfortable and be able to rehydrate properly.
I see.
To be strong for that weight.
Okay, because I do remember in that fight you looked tired in the later rounds.
Shit, I looked tired in the beginning of the round.
Well, I couldn't tell because I remember the first round was like awkwardness and it was a feel out process. You both slipped in the first round. I don't know if you remember. You both guys went down, but it wasn't off a punch. You guys were like slip or uncomfortable maybe, or I don't know what it was.
Hold on, real quick. Y'all clean me up real quick. What was the contracted weight? Because I missed that. I'm sorry.
It was 140.
Okay, you was at 40 and
yeah.
Okay, so you said leaving camp you be at 44 every day, but when you rehydrated, you only went up to 47.
Yeah. I couldn't make the weight no more. I couldn't make the weight comfortable no more.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Normally I would weigh in, and this probably started around like I would say maybe a year and a half before I even got that fight. Like even in the Gato Figueroa fight, I was pushing, trying to make that weight and feel comfortable. You know what I'm
So you say
saying?
you in denial? You was in denial then with yourself? Not
Nah, I just wasn't in denial. I was so close to getting myself in position for another title fight, and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying. So, like I said, you pretty much putting yourself. Do I damn squeeze this? And that's the number one question I ask fighters when you gotta force yourself to make a weight to go down or up. Do you feel strong? And you hit it on the head. He's like, man, I can't make it comfortably and feel strong.
Yeah, but I had the shot. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't just give it up.
Exactly. So you had the damn and you ain't know how many. Like I said, that don't just come around. You know what I'm saying? Come up at your doorstep like that.
Exactly.
So speaking about that, so like because in that fight, I think he was coming off a loss as well because I think he went up in weight and I think he fought Andre Berto the fight.
Yeah,
before.
but that wasn't a title fight.
No, it wasn't. It was. Well, Andre Berto didn't have the title at that time.
Yeah, it was for Andre Berto's title, not Urango's title.
Not Urango's title. So then he came back down. So was that something that kind of motivated you, saying that he might come? He's had to come down in weight. That might be a disadvantage.
No, I was his mandatory challenger.
Okay.
So they gave him a free one before the fight with me.
I see. Okay. And was there anything off? Was you treated right in this fight as far leading up to the fight, or it's just with the weight issue was the only issue that you had?
I mean, there was nothing. I mean, 140 is 140, and it's a title fight, so ain't no if and buts about it. You got to make the weight.
Yeah. Okay. But I find it funny that you said you don't remember how you because you heard him a couple of times in that fight, and I remember him saying after the fight that he said he was one of the hardest punches that.
Oh yeah, I know. He was damaged goods after that fight.
I think you cut him or swole his cheek.
He was damaged goods after that fight. When
after that fight, because after that fight, I think he got stopped after that fight.
He did. But me and him had dinner like a couple of days later, and he was still walking wobbly.
Wow, man.
He was. That's how I knew it. That's how I knew he was jacked up.
Damn, man. Because I don't know how he got up too. When he went down, he struggled to get up, and he finished.
I just didn't have enough in the tank to finish him.
Yeah. Damn.
And the thing about what I'm saying, when you drop guys didn't stumble and fall. They fall. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Most guys, they stumble, they would try to gather themselves. No, you hit guys, and it was always, you know what I'm saying, that sneaky right hand that come right behind it. That's why when you said the language barrier with the trainer and he wanted to jab, but like I said, he wasn't teaching you, he was educating you to just create the traffic to them blur that right hand.
Yeah.
But okay.
I tell you what, I don't know. A lot of people have seen this one. Like I know you went overseas and you fought. I know you fought in Belgium and like you fought in Tokyo. But there's one fight. I think
in Japan. I'm not. I mean Japan and Korea.
And Korea. Okay.
God,
Korea.
Man, you got me messing up, man.
Because I'm going back in time too. You know what I'm saying? So
in Belgium and Korea.
Belgium and Korea.
Belgium and Korea.
But the one in Belgium, I think one was a DQ, but there was one. I don't know if you've seen a KG.
No, it wasn't a DQ. It was a no contest.
No contest. Sorry, no contest. Yeah, because
what's not wrong with that, man?
Yeah. He fell out the ring or something like that.
And he did that on his own.
Yeah, he won it out the fight. But
he did.
The one before or after that, I'm talking the knockout is what I wanted.
Oh yeah. Jackson Banzu.
He literally, KG, if you ever seen, I don't know if you've seen it or if anybody in the chat seen it, Google it. You know how people say, I'm going to fold you? He literally folded. I swear to God, he literally folded him back. It was sick. It was something Jackson they called him, like Action.
Yeah, Jackson.
Sugar Jackson. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think he had a fight with like Baltimore. That was like his only good win or something like that. But yeah, Sugar Jackson.
Something like that.
KG, you got to check that out. He literally folded the dude.
Check it out.
But let me tell you something about that fight, man. I get over there. and the reporters and everything, they asking me these weird ass questions like, so, what are you gonna do after Sugar Jackson beats you and this? I'm like, what?
Wow. After he beats me, huh?
Man, that right there just made me so mad. So mad. I just knew I was finna punish this guy. And then we let them pick the gloves and everything. They picked these little ass gloves. I mean, they look like 6 ounces. How small they was. They looked like 6 ounces, how small they was. And they wanted, I said, yeah, let's go. We'll take these. Man, I knew when I hit that cat, it was finna be some problems.
It was it'll tell you something. So it was Tony Weeks was the referee in that fight. Tony Weeks almost killed that guy because that when you folded, it was the second knockdown. The first knockdown, he barely got up, bro. He barely got up, and I don't think they should let him continue. And
Tony let it go.
And Tony,
hey, we in Belgium. It's his hometown.
Yes.
You got
I gotta let it go.
Yeah, you gotta let him go.
Wow. So, was that your first time overseas?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Upset
besides them,
in Belgium.
yeah. Besides them saying that like you that he was gonna beat you or knock you or whatever, were there anything crazy they were trying to pull, fast ones on you or anything like that?
No.
You hear stories about people going overseas.
No. Man, they treated me great over there. I've never had no problem going other places. I don't know what people be doing over when they go play, but I always got treated good. Matter of fact, when I went over there, when I came out, you heard almost 20,000 people booing. When I left, you heard 20,000 people cheering.
Wow, man, that must be a great feeling.
It has to be.
Wow.
Cause I ain't go over there like an asshole. I could have knocked him out and then kicked him in his ass while he was on the ground. But you know what I'm saying? That's not me. When I knocked him out, when I made she was okay, I walked him around the ring, hold his hand up. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow. Okay. And then the second fight in Belgium, that was the no contest. What? Anything crazy besides the in ring?
I mean, you can't make a guy fight that don't want to fight.
That's true.
Man, this guy's familiar with each other. We done sparred many rounds with each other. I would kick his ass in sparring, so I knew he didn't want to fight me.
Wow.
He did everything he could to try not to fight me, but that was his only opportunity to get a title shot. And Floyd was probably feeding him all this money. They were like, man, you got to take this fight. And if you look at the interview after the fight, they interviewed Roger. Roger let you know exactly what really happened.
Wow. Oh, yes. See, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
And man, Roger man, let me tell you something. When I fought for my first world title, Roger had a fighter on the card. And after I won, we got back to the hotel, and man, Roger was in the elevator going up to our rooms together. And he was like, man, you gonna be the next Mexican assassin, because I knocked out a Mexican in the first round, and that's what they used to call him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Roger's like, man, you gonna be the next Mexican assassin. When I get back to Vegas, I'm gonna have to tell my nephew about you, meaning Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward, I'm in Vegas, and we at the Will Grisby, Finito Lopez fight. And we get in, and so we going through the Flamingo Hilton. I see Floyd. He see me, eye-to-eye contact. He says nothing to me because he got a whole entourage around him.
Mm-hmm.
So after we get in the arena, I'm by myself walking to my seat, and he by himself. He walked right over to me. Hey man, you Bailey, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, man, my Uncle Roger told me about you. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know, you could have said this in the lobby.
Yeah, why you say that to me in the lobby?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We was like this. I in the lobby, you see me, I see you, but you waited till you were by yourself to want to speak to me. I just didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
That kind of rubbed me the wrong way for a long time.
Wow. Do you know any reason behind that as to why he was acting funny?
I
Or?
mean, when you got 1,000 people around you and you wanna be big shit. I mean, I guess that's what it is.
And you got the
I mean,
knockout king right here. My
Yeah.
uncle that told me about a guy that's knocking people out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah.
said he was gonna tell him though.
Yeah, but he
And
could have.
then
Yeah, that's
look,
what I'm saying. He could have.
you in close to my weight class. Nah, I ain't about to be seen with you.
But he could have
Hey.
helped promote you or like put you out there, let people know
I'm not
more
about to be
about you.
seen
You
with
know?
him. I'm not about to be seen with that.
Nah, because let me tell you, I think after I had my first loss, I was leaving from a comeback fight in Indianapolis, and HBO called me, and they was like, they were talking to my trainer on the phone, and they was asking him, could I make 135 pounds? Because Floyd was making his first move up to 135, and they wanted to see if I could come down to 135 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah. But like any other call I get that same call back, like probably 15 to 10 minutes later. It never takes them 20 to 30 minutes to call me back. I get them call back real quick, within 10 or 20 minutes to say, no, thank you.
We decided to go another direction.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, man. Damn.
Man. So Randall Bailey could have been on Floyd Mayweather's damn resume.
Yeah, this had to be about I want to say the end of 2000, 2001.
Okay. So you said, yeah, after your first loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be, yes. I would say, yeah, 2000, 2001. Yeah. Okay. Were there so like can you tell us any other stories where maybe you was on like the B side where they may have treated you funny or maybe gave you some no, you know.
Hey, I don't never get treated funny. Even if I'm on the B side, they ain't gonna treat me funny because I ain't on all that, you know.
Okay. No, because we've heard stories about like with fighters with negotiations.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
like, they come in a certain weight, or
they get it done to them. It just ain't never been done to me.
wow, okay. Yeah, because I mean, I remember one of the we had John Scully come on and tell us they put him in like a hotel where there was like mad noise by all the bars and stuff, and you know they did anything, you know.
Oh no, that ain't, man.
So what did you do to combat that?
When you stand on business and people know you stand on business,
okay,
they know the business.
I see. Okay.
And that's you and the team that surrounds you, right?
I'm trying to tell you.
Everybody listening out there, you know what I'm saying, up and coming, like I said, I've said this on previous shows. You're only as strong as the team that's around you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You are the one that fight, but at the same time, pay the little few dollars and put your cousin through culinary high school so she can put good food in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? The people that they have no numbers, let them handle your money. Stop letting all these daggone crazy people touch on your money and stuff, man.
That's very important, man, because that money, I'm telling you, boxing is just like dope game.
Yeah,
That money come fast and it go fast.
Yeah,
if you don't know what to do with it, you're gonna be messed up, man.
That's a fact. So with that being said, since you haven't had like many situations where you got maybe screwed around on the B side or anything like that, let's talk about like the money situation as far as fighters back then in comparison to fighters now. Do you believe, like, see, in my opinion, I believe fighters are spoiled now. What do you think about the fighters now? Oh, so that's it. Yeah, what do you think about the fighters now with the
I mean, fighters back in my era, we wanted to fight the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we knew that if we fight those guys, we beat them, that's going to elevate us to make more. These guys want to fight guys they know they going to beat, but want top dollar.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I agree. I've seen some of that. Well, I never know what's true or what's not true in the negotiations or what they report of the purses and stuff. But I've seen some of the purses of some of these fights back then, and I'm like, really? Like you got paid like maybe $150,000, and you had fought this guy and that guy, And like I'm seeing a guy here getting paid like 2.5 million, and he hadn't really fought anybody yet.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's bananas, man.
Against sport. Because like I said, like I said, I point that at that. Do we point that at the promotional company because they see the potential in the fighter, so they say, no, let me pay this kid now and get him going, but they ain't fighting no names. They ain't fighting their contemporaries. You know what I'm saying?
But then when they do get in there with somebody, it's like shit.
Wow.
But then they still expect to get paid. Like I said, that's what a glitch is in the Matrix now. Current day, these dudes, they'll lose and still think that damn stock is still up.
Yeah.
You still got to pay me.
Yeah.
Well, we got one fighting next weekend that he thinks he's a superstar and he hasn't really beat anybody, and he's gloating over a loss. And that's a guy.
I'm not even gonna say it. Man, I told him to bring me back. I'll fight him right now. I know I'll knock him out.
Wait, who you talking about? I was talking
You know
about
what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. What area you in?
I mean, I could go way back. I'm an older guy.
No. What area you live in?
Oh, I'm in New York.
Yeah, my point exactly.
So somebody in you know what, Richardson Hitchens?
Nah, hey, that'd be too easy. I would at least go up a little higher.
Okay, because Hitchens at 140. So in New York, damn,
we said 140.
You say he fight next week.
Well, Berlanga's a big guy, not Berlanga.
No, he said 140.
That boy garbage.
Yeah, that's who I was referring to.
That boy garbage. Let me bring the truck around and let him jump in. I ain't gonna put him in a can. He just let him jump in. That boy garbage.
Oh man, he said
garbage.
I'm trying to think who's the guy from New York. 147.
Berlanga.
Oh, Berlanga. Oh, I didn't think you were talking about Berlanga. He's too big.
He's too big for you. He's 68.
Not right now.
Yeah, but that's who I was talking about. I didn't think you was talking about him. He trained down there in Florida too, so
I don't know what far.
Oh man,
let me tell you something.
He could stay home and train.
Yeah, he needs.
He ain't gotta go away.
He said he can get the same work there.
He can do the same thing in New York. He ain't doing nothing special.
Oh man,
he look like he been home taking care of the baby, having sex, doing everything. He might well stay home.
There's a guy in the chat, and I remember this too. He says Lubin was beating up on Berlanga down there, which is true. They show video of him, I think knocking him down or hurting him.
Yeah, Lubin dropped him.
Yeah. Shout out to the odd fella in the chat. He put that. Yeah, man, Berlanga. And look, and he wants to get paid all this money. And look, he's the main event, and Turkey's throwing all this money away.
He got a moral victory fighting Canelo. He's like, I lasted 12 rounds with Canelo.
And that's the only guy he has on his resume.
That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
At least Shakur has been a champion in 3 different weight classes. Berlanga, I don't think has never been a world champ. And
I'm gonna just let y'all know, I'm not easily impressed
with Shakur either.
I'm not easily impressed.
Oh man,
you have to be phenomenal to impress me.
I see.
Well, who's phenomenal?
So who's phenomenal to you right now? Coming up,
apparently.
Right now. I like, and I really like these guys. Abdullah Mason.
I knew he was good. Yeah, Abdullah's nice.
I like Abdullah.
That's a good kid, yeah.
And I like Shiraz.
Oh, you like him?
Oh, you like Shiraz?
I like Shiraz.
But in his last fight, he didn't look too good though. Yeah, I thought he should have lost that fight against Adames.
But Adames is a good fighter.
Yeah, Adames. He's a
name fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't going there struggling with no cans now.
No, that's true. Yeah. So without me saying it, that means you're predicting Shiraz to beat Berlanga then, right?
He's of course.
I'm hoping he knocks him out.
Ooh. Wow, man. I got no comment. No comment at all.
And I don't watch a lot of fights, but I'm watching that one.
Okay.
No, but I definitely agree with I definitely agree with him with Abdullah Mason. I think he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
future.
That kid got a lot of upside to
Yeah,
him.
Abdullah
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah,
He's gonna be good. He's
Yeah.
gonna get better and better though.
yeah,
Absolutely.
He's gonna grow.
And he's active too. A
And
lot of these
looking as
fighters are
tight-
not as active.
as tightly as knitted as his family is. I don't see we having any, you know what I'm saying, out of the ring issues with this
Nah.
kid.
You ain't gonna have no Keyshawn Davis now.
Nah, man. That's
Nah, they ain't doing that.
this dude said he don't watch a lot of boxing, but he saw that part though.
No, I didn't see it. Matter of fact, somebody called me and told me to watch it. They sent it to me.
Oh,
I see.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is wild.
What do you think?
I was
What do you
there,
think?
look,
of that
I
whole
was there at
situation?
that fight, and I was wondering because I was back behind production, and this is before they ran it. I was like, they're not gonna run that, are they? And the dude said, yeah, go ahead and press that. I was like, damn, they ran that. I said, okay, damn.
But I just feel like that guy he was fighting was going to be a tough fight. And he tried to get the advantage. That's why he didn't make the weight.
Mm.
Okay. But what do you think of Keyshawn overall as a fighter? Do you think
I'm not impressed.
ooh. Is that because you're not easily impressed, or is just that he's just
Oh,
I'm
'cause
just,
of this-
the opponents, they're good opponents, but they are on the downside. You know?
that's fair.
And that's how I understand the game. That's how it go. You put your guys in with fighters that's on their way out the door. They on the last hill, so you give them that little to push his stock up. But
Yeah.
I understand the process, so I have to wait till he get past that shit before I even say even be a critic on his career.
Sometimes that doesn't always work. I think you know that very well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They set up a guy that's a big time prospect coming in undefeated, and they put in a guy like you. I don't know if you were. I mean,
They ain't never. Hey, the couple of guys that did do it, they ever did it.
Do you know one in particular? Because there's one in particular that.
Yeah, you already got one off the top of your head. Tommy.
What's that? That took me on short notice?
No, not on short notice. Oh, that's another question we could ask. But that they built up that he was an undefeated prospect.
Yeah, he was an undefeated guy. He was supposed to be that dude.
Oh yeah, man. But they tried to get out of that fight.
They tried to get out of that fight?
Yes. They tried to pay the IBF to skip over me.
Wow.
But me and Daryl been tight since shit. I think I probably ain't even had 10 fights yet, and me and Daryl was like this.
Wow. So they would. So what they try to pay you more money to get out the fight, or they?
No, they tried to go to the IBF and have the IBF skip over me and let Mike Jones fight somebody else for the title.
Wow.
And Daryl was in charge, and he was like, "Nah, y'all not finna do Randall like this. Y'all gonna have to fight him."
Come on now.
Wow, that's crazy. And that was on pay-per-view too, right? That was
Yeah.
Pacquiao Bradley.
But y'all ain't see, y'all only heard about that part because it was open.
Yeah.
But before then, I was supposed to fight Zavik.
Okay.
But Lou DiBella and them jumped in and they had me step aside and let Andre Berto fight Zavik for the title. Because I was Zavik's mandatory. Andre Berto had lost to Victor Ortiz.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they had me step aside so he could fight Zavik. And then in 90 days, he was supposed to fight me. But the faggot, he relinquished the belt.
That's one of my favorite words. We can't use that no more, champ.
He relinquished the belt so he wouldn't have to fight me.
Mm.
And that left me out of action for almost damn near a whole year before I fought Mike Jones.
Okay. God damn.
See, I never knew that. And this is why we do these interviews, so we, this is so
Exactly,
people
yeah.
can know. Let
I
people
had
know.
a signed contract to fight Andre Berto in 90 days if he won that fight, and he did. And I actually got in the ring and talked to this punk. And
You want to say it again, don't you? You want to say it again, don't? Look at you.
This faggot gonna look me dead in my face and like, yeah, man, thank you, man. I appreciate what you did. Da 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 da. When everything clear, I'm gonna have my people reach out to your people.
Mm.
They changed their phone number, man.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Rat bastards. Oh,
Yeah, man. And he don't understand. He don't understand standing on business.
Mm.
I don't play those kind of games.
So I mean, at the end of the day, you took it out on Mike Jones.
I mean, that did more damage to me than good, because I mean, you gotta think. I fought on the undercard that he fought on when he fought Zavik, and that shit was like in, I want to say September of 2011. I think it was in 11.
Okay.
And I didn't fight Jones until June of 2012. So I didn't get no in between fight because Lou DiBella
playing Lou DiBella games.
is a piece of dog shit.
Damn.
And
I'll never hear nothing good about Lou.
And that nigga is rotten, man. He is rotten.
DiBella, I've heard stories.
Rotten. Rotten. He know I don't like him. He know I don't like him.
Wow.
He stay out my way. I don't even think they invite me to fights that he gonna attend.
Yeah,
know I don't like him.
I've heard stories about Lou.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, like and yeah, that's my story with Andre Berto, and he know I don't like him either.
Mm. Okay.
He was like the Cabbage Patch Kid between Al Heyman and Lou DiBella.
Wow. They produced that.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
No, but I was gonna get at you about the Mike Jones fight. I was like, because I was watching it and then I rewatched it recently. So I'm like, man, this man's jab was, you know what I'm saying, was giving you real issues. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Mike, I knew that he couldn't hurt me because you know what I'm saying. That training camp I had for that fight, I don't know if they paid John David Jackson off or what, but they that was the worst training camp I've ever had my whole career.
Wow, going into that fight?
Like, yeah, seriously. That was the worst training camp I had going my whole career. That was the worst camp I ever had.
Like, why so?
I think John had too many fighters, and you know he really didn't need the old fighters no more. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You gotta think he had Alan Green, he had Nate Campbell, he had Sergey Kovalev, he had me. I mean, and he had the other heavyweight that got messed up. Magomed, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot on his plate. You know what I'm saying? So the old fighters, you got to get in there and work. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he wanted to put in that much work no more. You know what I'm saying? You got to train me. I'm not no Floyd Mayweather. I'm not no Zab Judah. Whatever you teach me, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I came to the gym off the street. I know how to street fight, but boxing, you gotta teach me everything I'm doing. And that's what I'm gonna do when I get in the ring.
I see.
And he just wasn't willing to do it like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's
crazy. It was a lot of work. But
you can't. That was a phenomenal performance, though, because the way, I mean, I think you dropped them twice, but
I knocked him out with only throwing like 18 punches in 11 rounds.
But so you're trying to say that was luck, or did you had to set up?
I'm not saying it was luck. I knew going into the fight, if I hit him, I'm gonna knock him out. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, because half of my training for that fight was done in my garage at my house.
Wow.
He said that's that Veterans Reserve right there. He said, I knew to hold on late.
Half of my training was done at my garage at my house. And you know what I did? My agent, he took all the shit from the gym and brought it to my house. All the weight machines, the treadmills, all that. And I used to run for a whole hour on the treadmill. Run, then I get off, do my little weights and stuff like that, sit-ups, crazy sit-ups. I just got my body in tremendous condition because I knew if I hit him, I'm gonna knock him out. But I had to be able to withstand everything that he was gonna be doing.
Yeah.
So you're saying to a certain extent, a fighter can be self-trained.
I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it, but like I said, I'm a street nigga.
So you got that dog in him, man. So you gonna go
I'm a
big
street
for it.
nigga. That's what it is.
I got you.
So after that fight, you're the champion. I think it was the IBF welterweight title. I think was on the line, or it was vacant. I think it was. Was it vacant? Was it a vacant title, or was?
Yeah, it was vacant. Vacant it.
Yeah, because of Did you go back to the trainer, or did you get somebody else? Because you won pretty much.
This is what it was. After I won the title, my plans was to go back to Belgium because I had a great relationship with them guys over there, and I could have fought over there anytime. You know what I'm saying? But Lou DiBella and Al Heyman, they already had the locks in. You know what I'm saying? I think I had one more fight with Lou, and they hit me with the good nip, good knot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My plan was to go up to 154. Now I was trying to see if me and K9 could get a fight at 154 because he was the IBF champion at 154.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I already knew the problem that I was having making 147. I couldn't make the weight comfortable no more.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to get up to 154, or even get a Manny Pacquiao fight at 147.
Okay.
Because he had just lost to Tim Bradley. So I had a mutual friend that was supposed to be close to Bob Arum and to me. I had him reach out to Bob Arum on his account saying that he could make shit happen. And he he made the phone call and got hung up on. And next thing you know, Lou DiBella phone was ringing from Al Heyman. They don't talk, but then they did.
Wow. So is that so? How did you end up getting the fight with Horn in Australia? Was that through them? Was that through?
Nah, I did that. I did that on my own.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Man, my guy Peter Kahn. I had Peter Kahn come in and help out, which we ain't even gonna get into that situation. But he came in and he facilitated that because I ain't had nobody working on my behalf. My manager had passed away like a month before that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was just a whole lot of shit going on at the time.
So you didn't have a good relationship with Peter Kahn? Because I've heard stories about him as well.
Well, I mean, you don't know until you know. Peter been my friend for a long time, and outside of the business, I think he a cool dude. But business wise, I will put my foot in his ass.
It sounds about right, as from what I've heard.
Now, outside the ring, that's my guy. Outside of boxing, that's my guy. That's my friend. But business wise, I'll put my foot in his ass.
Yeah, people, y'all got to understand that, man. Listen to that twice, man. You know what I'm saying? The man said it's cool to be cool with people, man, but business is business, man. And if you ain't a good businessman, man, it ain't nothing against you. It ain't nothing personal. We can still go kick it. But
yeah,
I can't go into business with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me I got a question. Socrates is in the chat. He asks us, do you know if Berto was on steroids?
Yeah, that happened after he let go the belt because he relinquished the belt to try to do the Victor Ortiz rematch.
Hmm.
And the faggot was so scared, motherfucker started shooting up to go fight fucking Victor Ortiz.
Wow.
Come on, man.
So it's safe to say you're not sending Alberto any Christmas cards this year.
Man,
Not even a fruitcake, man. Damn.
man. That man. That
Damn.
and
I ain't even say the other
question.
name.
As we go along, I'm coming up with questions because
man. That's a trigger name for me, man. Yeah. When I hear that name, I instantly get triggered.
So we'll stay off of that. That was Socrates in the chat. That's your boy. He's the one that asked.
Man, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like when I was still living in Miami, he would think it's okay to come down there and bullshit around and be filming and doing stupid ass shit way at in the hood. And motherfuckers would call me and be like, man, this green ass nigga over here, man, what you want me to do to him? And I'd be like, nah, that's my shit. You know, don't fuck with him. You know? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For real. Cause he was one incident, he was at this spot, this crowd man 305. He over there doing videos and shit. And motherfucker done hit me up, cause this is an outside area. Mm-hmm. And motherfucker hit me up, man, this green ass motherfucker over here taking pictures, eating this bullshit. I'm like, don't bother him. Just let him live, man. Let him live. That's my shit. He posted shit on Instagram, and I'm like, I don't know why people do that.
Oh, with the food they eat?
Nah, just
where they at?
He said the whole shit.
Yeah,
like,
with the camera everywhere they go.
Yeah, you just want some whole shit. That's what he said.
That's stupid.
Yeah. I don't know why people do that either. Another guy that was in your state I think he was in your stable. You think you mentioned him. And he's in Florida, I believe. Nate Campbell, you talked to him?
Yeah, that's my dog, man.
Nate Campbell?
That's my dog, man. Man, they locked in forever. That's a brother. That's my brother. I'm gonna just put that. That's a brother.
That's what's up. I believe he has a gym down there too.
Yeah, Nate got a gym in Tampa, I think it is. No, Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville. Cause I just went to it a couple months ago.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up, man.
Work in?
Say what?
I said, you still getting that work in?
When I can. When I can. I got to be motivated, man. If I'm motivated, man, ain't no telling. If they call me today and say, we got you, Berlanga.
This man said he'll beat up Edgar Berlanga, man.
Berlanga's a big dude, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a challenge. That's a challenge.
He can't fight.
He can't, but he's still big.
That don't matter. You got to be able to fight. You know how many big niggas I done knocked out? That don't mean nothing.
Wow, man. I think you should come with me next week. I'm going to be at the fight next week, man. You should come with me to the fight.
Where at?
It's in here in New York. They're going to put it in Queens.
I wish I could come. I don't even they don't even invite me to fights.
No.
I think people come to fights and they ask, is Bailey going to be there? And if they say yeah, they're not going to show up.
That's what's up. Wow, man, you got such a rep on the streets.
Hey, I just don't play them little games they play, man.
Mm-hmm. No, but that's real shit though. Like I said, and that's something that you're supposed to stand on. Know what the hell you standing on, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Understand the business that you're standing on. Because like a lot of these cats, they'll be standing on shit, but they don't understand that shit damn weak as hell. That shit shaky, but they standing on it though. But you're making it clear. Ain't nobody playing the fuck games with you, man. You're not
Hey,
gonna play with me like that.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I walk off the street into the gym. I didn't walk out the gym into the street.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
That's a
Can't
big
help
ass.
it,
That's a big ass difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
I think it's just different eras. This era now is, people want so much, but they don't want to put in the work.
They don't. They
Ask
wait.
for much.
See, my thing is, when I started becoming seen, I moved myself away from the street.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
These cats wait till they being seen to want to be in the street. Like, fool.
Mm.
If you on TV making good money, you think I'm finna go out to the club and be in an altercation with a fool if I could buy a bottle and just in this situation just like that with us having a drink, that's what you do. You don't insinuate like you finna make a big ass scene and you finna fuck up your shit on somebody that probably ain't even got shit.
Yeah.
These guys retarded.
Yeah.
Hustling backwards, man.
Yeah,
They want
Hustling
that
backwards.
image. They want that image to say, yeah, I'm from the street. I'm from the street. No, your family from the street. You ain't got to portray that image. You know what I'm saying? They look, they put you in position and put a support system behind you so you didn't have to go through that.
My point exactly.
I felt that when I played football. It got to a point that I got so good on my team that if I had friction with anybody, they'd be like, no, KG, I got it. And I'd be like, what you mean? But no,
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
pass me on. No, you got a game Friday night, bro.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't even worry about that. Like I said, and that's the people you got to surround yourself with. You don't even understand it sometimes. The game, you don't even pay attention to it, man. Hey, Randall's been here giving it to us, man. You know what I'm saying? And we coming up, you know what I'm saying, we're close to an hour. And then that's crazy because usually, like I said, our show is only 30, 45 minutes, man. So that means this was a good one, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I still got to talk to you about one incident. I know one fight. I told you, and I mentioned to you before we got on. I just want to hear your perspective because he was on here.
You still gonna bring the name up.
I have to do it.
You have to do it, huh?
The
Go ahead.
Isai Smith
Go
fight.
ahead, fuck it.
Talk to us about the Isai Smith fight because let me before you go into it, let me read the scorecards because the scorecards was BS. That fight was a close fight. I'm going to read the scorecard. 116, 111, 117, 110, and 114, 113. At least one judge had it close. And that means the knockdown was the difference because it would have been 114, 114. So talk to us about the Isai Smith fight.
I'm going to take you inside the fight.
Yes.
If you watch the fight and you listen to his corner, he wanted to quit and they wouldn't let him. Danny Green was in that corner because I had done hit him and busted his mouth all up. I think he had bit his tongue all up through his mouthpiece, and he wanted to quit, but they wouldn't let him quit. Even after the decision, even when it was 12 rounds, you see Gary Shaw get in the ring and walk over to him, and I don't know if you can hear it or not. They tell him, you better act like you won this fight.
I gotta watch that again. Wow, I don't recall that. I got to be honest with you, but I'm definitely gonna go check that out.
Man.
I know he definitely gave you props in that fight. He said he was a tough fight, and he said in the last round you hurt him badly in the last round. He said he didn't show it much.
That was one of the sorriest fights I ever had in my whole fucking life.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna
look at me after that fight. I was barely even bruised. I probably had a little nick from probably the rubbing of his gloves. Man.
Wow. Oh, listen, I just want to hear your take on it. So
because let me tell you something. When we was doing the weigh-in, he acted like a real ass white, and I was with my Cuban crew, and we was there, and they were ready to thump at the weigh-in because he was just acting a real ass for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And then, see, this is why you don't fuck around with people.
Yeah.
He ended up training with John David Jackson and having to come to Miami and had to stay in my trainer's house.
Wow.
The ass whooping was coming. It was definitely coming. And you know what? John came to me and said, Randall, please don't do this because this going to be on my head.
Most definitely.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, please don't do it because this going to be on my head. He down here on my name. Don't do it. And I let him live.
Wow. This is why we have that. I'm definitely not going to say anything, but this is why we have. But I just wanted to get your point of view of the fight because he did admit to some things. I believe he said, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you remember, KG. He said the last round he definitely hurt him.
Yeah,
and
so he
felt the power. And I think he admitted. He said that the knockdown was a flash knockdown. It was nothing crazy. I think he admitted to that as well. So he didn't say anything crazy. He admitted to it. But I do know the build up to the fight. He said a lot of negative things towards you. He said that you was overrated and stuff. I remember the build up to the fight. Like,
but I don't even mind that because that's what you're supposed to do. But when we get face to face and you pretending to,
mm-hmm.
The fight goes out the window to me. It's on some other shit now.
Socrates put a question in the chat. He says, bare knuckle boxing. Are you still want to do it?
They won't let me in.
Why?
Man, I don't know, man.
Are you serious? They won't let you do bare knuckle boxing?
Won't let me in, man. I've been trying to get in. They won't let me in.
Hey, Chef, how old are you now?
I just turned 50.
So you know why? Because you got that strength. You ain't got the KO King strength like you had. That strength is different. Because you already know what it is.
But this is what bare knuckle is. You ain't got to do all that moving around and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
You just get straight to the business.
Yeah, you're gonna hit somebody, and when you hit them, you go say and they're gonna be locked up on the ground.
I always wanted to see what my power would be like without the gloves on. I already knew I hit hard when I used to street fight and shit, but in that right there, I knew I could just somebody right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they wrap that wrist up real good.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to see.
But I don't understand why they don't let you do. They've let so many other people
they let Chop Chop do it.
Chop Chop do it. Austin Trout, right? There's another guy.
Fucking Paulie Malignaggi.
Paulie Malignaggi's doing it.
But I was saying Chop Chop because Chop Chop is closer to your age. You know what I'm saying? Why you and Chop Chop ain't run that damn rubber match? Because both y'all got one.
That's a good point. That's a good one.
He's too fucking small.
He's okay. But he keeps himself in phenomenal shape. I don't know.
Like I said, he's too small. I ain't fucking coming down to no 130 pounds. Shit.
I'm sure he could move up. What would be the weight be? I'm gonna help. I'm gonna try to.
I would do 154.
154. Chop Chop.
I don't think Chop Chop making those 54.
Nah, yeah, he is a little guy. That's
man, about 139 pounds, man.
And you guys are the same age, I believe. I think he just turned 52. I think.
Hey, man. I mean, if it came up and he was with it and the money was right, I'd do it. But we fought. The first fight, I was, and he won. The second fight wasn't really a fight, man.
Yeah.
The third fight, I would have to kill my friend.
Chop Chop we're definitely going to try to get Chop Chop. He's still kind of active. He just fought like a few months ago, I believe.
We still talk on the phone.
Yeah. Chop Chop's cool, man.
He tricked me in the first fight.
He tricked you in the first fight?
Yeah.
How so?
Me and that motherfucker were talking every day before the fight. And like probably a couple weeks after the fight, motherfucker ain't called me no more.
That nigga was buttering you up, man.
He was buttering me up. He was buttering me up.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
hey, in the second fight, he was calling. I ain't even answer the phone for his ass.
What this game will be this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Chop Chop this week. I got to see what's up.
I
We
think I
got
just talked. I just talked to him. I think I just talked to him a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that was dog, man. Me and Chop Chop been friends. Man, me and Chop Chop been friends for a long time.
That's
Long time. I think since probably like shit. Since shit. Since the 90s. Since I turned, because I turned pro in 96.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think me and Chop been friends shit since way back then.
Damn, okay.
So we
That's
both
what's
were champion. We both were champion at 140, remember?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was champion before him, but shit. We've been friends for a minute. And see, that's what I don't understand about Keyshawn and Shakur. They talking about, no, we like brothers and this, that. You know how many people I'm friend? You know how many people I'm friends with that I fought? Me and Chop Chop, me and Urango, me and well, I ain't gonna say me and Gato Figueroa was friends, but we talk. You know what I'm saying?
But Chop Chop, you had a friendship in 90. I mean, you didn't fight till like the mid 2000.
Yeah.
And you've been friends since like you said 96. But yeah, that's a very good point, man. I'm glad you brought that up because Keyshawn and Shakur, they talk about how they're good friends and they will fight. But the mindset is that wouldn't you want to make money with your friend? Like, you guys sparred each other. Why not do it in the ring and get paid millions of dollars for it?
See that situation. I think is what would you do for a Klondike bar? One is saying no, and the other one is saying no. But I think if a damn number hits a certain ticket, one of them gonna be like, bro, you tripping?
Exactly.
You ain't come from my mama. We brothers, but you ain't come from my mama.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We can be friends after this. Look, we can go on vacation after this, but bro,
you feel me? I told you, shit. Me and Juan Urango had dinner at his house.
Yeah,
after our fight.
And look, and on some real shit. I think once you establish that this is a business, bro, I ain't got no animosity against you, but just know that I got to show you that I'm better than you.
It's always business with me.
Yeah, I got to show you that I'm better than you. And like I said, if you in or around my weight class, bro, if you don't want to see me,
It has always been. It's never personal.
You got to move.
Yeah.
If I'm at 47, 54, and you damn around it, bro, you don't be there when I get there.
And the thing about it is, if you don't take the fight and I can't make this money, we ain't friends no more.
See what I'm saying? That's crazy.
That part. Yeah.
Yep. You just deny me of some bread.
Yeah.
We ain't friends no more.
Yeah, we ain't friends no more. I thought we was cool. You just shorted me on some bread. You won't even let me make no bread.
Yeah. That why Andre Berto was always on my hit list.
Damn, Andre. Yeah. Damn, Andre.
Yeah, that's messed up. I mean, especially now where they're making ridiculous amount of money. I mean, everybody see why they can't make the fights.
Yeah, it was ridiculous back then for me and him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But people can't take L's now, man. That's you know what I'm saying. It's society now, social media area. They don't want to take no L, and I ain't definitely gonna take an L from my homeboy, and that's the way they looking at it.
Man,
it's trash to look at it like that. If I am gonna lose, I'd rather lose to my homeboy than somebody's name I can't pronounce. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. I don't understand that.
I don't get that part. But you got anything else, Tom?
No, that was it, man. This was good, man. This was fun, man. Yo, Randall, man, you're great, man. I would love to have you on again. We just talk. We could talk your story. We could talk boxing in general. We could talk life, man. This was dope. Socrates told me you was easy to talk to, so I said, all right, we'll see.
Hey, that my man. This mug pull up in Miami one day at the airport. Man, come pick me up.
But Thomas, you know what I'm saying? We might be able to bring him back, man, because you know what I'm saying, Randall there trying to gas us and say he ain't watching current boxing. I think he watching enough for us to talk to him about it.
You definitely watching enough.
Yeah, we definitely gonna
I mean, just hey man, anytime, man. Just hit me up. We can do it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. This was great, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. And you can tell us stories about Socrates too. That'd be even better.
I ain't got no story. I ain't got no story with Jaime.
Oh,
None.
okay. Only that he told you to pick him up at the airport.
Yeah, that's it. He called me to pick him up. He down in Miami doing a goddamn marathon, and I got to pick him up from the airport.
Tell the people where they can find you on social media. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be found, you want to be seen, you want to be remembered, let people know.
Hey, Randall Bailey, that's it.
Okay, so that's it, man.
Yeah, he's on. I think you're on Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, the other shit, everybody on TikTok.
Are you on Twitter? That's where everybody talks shit on.
No, I ain't on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's the worst.
I can't go with it.
That's just too much.
Yeah.
But man, Randall Bailey, the KO King himself, I want to thank you for your time, champ. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, anytime, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was a pleasure meeting you also. You know what I'm saying? So,
oh man, same here.
Yeah, definitely. So till next time, man. Till next time. We're gonna chop it up with you. Man, Thomas gonna close the show out, man. Like I said, thank you again, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Anytime. Just hit me up.
Yes,
You
sir.
got it.
Yo.
Hey, Thomas, man. Was that another good? Was that another good one?
That was a good one, man. I knew it was going to be good. I thought he was going to have more stories about him being on the B side, but he said he didn't really have any.
No, he
any
said he wasn't getting
stories,
jerked in the game. He said he stand on business. He said, bro, it's the team. It wasn't even the team he spoke on. He spoke on himself, bro. You won't playing with me like that.
Yeah. He had to train himself. I didn't know that. So he's fighting a guy. This might, in my opinion, I didn't want to say this, with him, but that could have been like his last hurrah. Like, especially I didn't know the story behind the Andre Burrow situation. When he fought Mike Jones, that was probably like his last hurrah, like as a title, and he pretty much trained himself. That's crazy.
That's crazy right there.
I never knew that. That's crazy.
That's
and that was his last opportunity. It was his last championship. But you're fighting a guy, and they're pretty much setting up Mike Jones to win, right? Because he's the undefeated guy. Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia. Undefeated. He had I think he was 19-0 and 14 KOs, something like that. I don't know, just off the top of my head. And and he just went in and he didn't throw a lot of punches, like he said. I thought he set up that uppercut, but it is what it is. And I didn't know he didn't train himself, and he was really trying to get the fight with Andre Burrow. I see these are things that we didn't know.
Look, he did set it up because after he had dropped Mike Jones in the previous round, Mike turned into a fighter. He was no longer boxing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The jab had left because Mike was trying to get back, and somebody didn't talk him off that ledge before he made it back out for that next round. So Randall took full advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I said, this was another good one, man.
Sick.
Everybody in the chat, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody for pulling up, tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that hadn't seen it, everybody's gonna see it. Go tell a friend and tell a friend. Play Black Damn is warranted also, man. Come back, man. It tastes good the second day like spaghetti, man. So
yeah, man. He dropped some good stuff that you can make shorts out of. I thought he had some good stuff there, and scenarios about the money situation too, about friends fighting. I thought he dropped some good jewels there. And also, please, if you haven't seen it, because this is one of the sickest knockouts I've seen. When he stopped that kid in Belgium, that Sugar Jackson, Google it, please. He literally folded him, bro. He went back and his legs folded, it was sick. So
Thomas
if
keeps
you haven't
heavy
seen
emphasis on it. Y'all have to go back and check it out because this is the third or fourth time he's brought up somebody being folded up in the ring.
That was sick.
But hey, Thomas, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. We're gonna let the people get back to their Sunday evening, and I'm gonna let you get back to yours. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back to mine. Y'all tap in tomorrow, bullshitting on the Beltway. You know what I'm saying? 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Thomas is he out here in these streets too. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you'll catch me somewhere. I haven't gone live much, but I'll be at the fights this next weekend. So I'll be covering that. I got credentials for the women's card, the Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. So I'll be at the workouts. I'll be at the weigh-in, the press conference. So I'll drop stuff, and you'll catch me in the chats, and you'll catch me where you catch me, man.
And look, once again, this show has been brought to you by the Usual Suspect 6 and Sports Talk Network. I am KG. You know what I'm saying? And this is Thomas, and that is Thomas from the Bronx. And we out.
It's a usual suspect.
Oh, the Knockout King.